Hello, this is Randy, and welcome back to Brain Break with Randy and Keitho. I wanted to tell you a story about a sweet little girl that I knew. We knew a family whose children were extremely photogenic. In fact, some of the older children were involved in acting. They had taken some acting classes and they did some commercials and perhaps even movie parts. I thought all the kids were amazing. I loved them all. But this one little girl, her name was Rebecca. You don't know me, except here, probably hear most of you on YouTube as somebody who talks. But if you knew me personally, you'd know I like to tease and to be silly. So this little girl, I pretended I could not say her name. And instead of calling her Rebecca, I would say Bereka. So she was my Bereka. She loved me even though I couldn't say her name. She sat on my lap a lot, and I just enjoyed the heck out of her. She was such a sweet little girl. Blonde, blue-eyed, strawberry and cream complexion. This is before there were cell phones or even pagers. Man, that makes me old, huh? Bereka's mother called and she said, I can't get hold of my husband. We are taking Rebecca to the hospital. Would you please come? I said, sure, I'll be right there. I met her at the hospital. I saw what had happened to her chin and her cheek. It was clear that she was going to need some surgery. The emergency room said, well, we can just do it. To me, that sounded okay. But as I thought about it, I said, no, because she's going to be left with a scar. Now, in today's world, most surgeons learn enough about plastic surgery that they don't leave a scar behind. I have had operations on my legs, my ankles, uh, and there isn't a scar. It's incredible. I mean, I can see the line if I look for it. When I was a boy, I had this finger slammed in a door in Tijuana, Mexico, and it was a bloody, greasy mess. My mother insisted they take me into San Diego to get it operated on and get it repaired. I mean, it's incredible because considering where I can feel the scar to this day, it's too light for you to see, but it goes from right here to here. I mean, my knuckle shouldn't work. Uh, so I was thinking about that and other things. I said to the emergency room doctor, I said, who are you going to call? And he says, well, I'm going to get, our surgery resident down to, to stitch her up. And I said, how long would it take you to get a plastic surgeon here? And the mother's looking at me like, where did that come from? I hadn't discussed it with her. I just turned to her and I said, as pretty as that little girl is, I don't want to see her with a scar. After we had this discussion, the surgeon doctor went off to talk to the surgeon and to find out about a plastic surgeon. The father came in and he thanked me for being there. And he also said, thank you so much for not letting them scar my daughter. And they did get a plastic surgeon in. Their insurance did pay for it. Last I heard and saw, there was no scar on that sweet little girl. And Bereka, if you're listening to this and you find out that I really do know how to say your name and have all along, I apologize if that hurts your feelings. But I thought you might want to hear the story about why you don't have a scar from when you fell down in the street, because your chin was really messed up. There was a lot of road rash there, and they had to clean it out. And then that cheek was really torn up. But I'm so grateful for the time you spent on my lap. The hugs you gave me, never forget them. So I wanted to just tell you all, listen to the Spirit. Think about what you should be doing versus what you can do. I have a great friend whose son was injured in Mexico. He has passed, but his son was injured in Mexico, and because he was in Mexico in a resort area, they wanted to life flight him back to the United States. It literally took senators and governors from both sides getting involved to get this flight approved. So they took this young man from Mexico into the United States and saved his life. That story means a lot to me because I can understand fighting for your children, and that's what they did. So you need to look out for your children, always want the very best for them, and stand up for what you know to be right and correct. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Brain Break with Randy and Keitho. Please like and subscribe, and if you would, tell your friends and family about us. We sure appreciate the views that we're getting and are grateful that you're enjoying this. Take care and have a great day.